Welcome to the Weekly Tall Talk. My name is Xavier, and we have a very special episode for you today. If you are new to the show, every week we set up a topic with a short story or a would you rather question, and today we have a would you rather. But before we get into that, I'd like to introduce my two co-hosts, the best co-hosts in the world. I'm pretty sure I've said that before.
Say it again.
The best co-hosts in the world.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's high praise.
Man.
Cale, Corey.
Yeah.
Corey and Cale.
Hey. CC.
Xavier Chapman.
That was me. I'm the host.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
How you guys doing? Corey,
Good.
how you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great. It's another beautiful night in Los Angeles. Yeah, that's where we're recording in Los Angeles.
Yes. Yeah.
A skyscraper.
No, I'm doing pretty good, man. I almost got hit on my bicycle today.
Okay. What?
Yeah. So get this, I'm crossing the street, right? And I'm on my bicicleta. And this woman who had to be in her 80s had
Glasses.
circular sunglasses, and she had curly white hair done up in a pompadour like you see in anime.
Huh?
It was like in front of her face. It looked like she was wearing a baseball cap of hair protruding from her
She had like a
forehead.
hair
Looked
horn?
like Chris Tucker
Yeah.
from The Fifth Element.
And she was in a brand new Camaro.
Ooh.
She had stickers all over it, like the racing stickers and stuff, like she was sponsored.
Oh.
Damn.
Anyway, she was mad that I was in the intersection and crossing it. And she made an unprotected turn and almost hit me. She was
Wow.
staring at me the entire time. It was really weird because the eye contact was there. That's how I'm doing.
Sounds like sexual tension to me.
Dude, the pompadour.
She wanted a
it
reason
did
to
it for
talk
me.
to you.
Yeah.
That's what I
I
would
sh-
take from that.
I should have pulled her over.
Yeah.
I
Citizen's
ma'am.
arrest.
Yeah, ma'am.
You know what a Gmail is?
That's too many goddamn stickers. We're the sticker police.
You sponsored?
Well, that was
Wow,
my
man.
day. Yeah.
Wow.
Cale, how about you, man? How you doing?
I'm
Can
glad
you
you
top
didn't
that?
get hit.
Was that good?
I don't think I can top that.
Come
We had a
on.
potluck at work, and I
Ooh.
gave myself diabetes probably.
Well, hey.
wow.
But it was
Yeah.
delicious.
That's
there was
see?
a
The
wider
diabetes?
spread. Oh, not yet.
I mean, you got the
Maybe
diabetes and then the delicious food, you know.
It's worth the torment
Right.
that comes later.
100%.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah, we had that. Celebrated some birthdays for this month.
Ooh, nice. Like your birthday.
Yeah.
It just happened. This episode's coming out after his
Yeah,
birthday.
I'm
Wish
already
Cale a
old.
happy birthday.
Yeah.
I'm older and wiser now.
Wow.
Thanks, guys.
43
But,
years old. Wow.
43 days.
Uh-huh.
I've aged quite a bit
Yeah.
this last 10 years.
We can tell.
Shit. Things aren't looking good. No, but it's a pretty good day.
Good.
Now we're here, we're recording,
Yeah.
and we're ready for another banger. Xavier, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Host with
He didn't have to wait.
Succinct.
He knew.
He knew.
Yeah, he's
like,
got a
"You're
story
on my
ready.
time. He said, you're on my time. I'll tell you how I'm doing.
Yeah.
You jackass.
Just cut you off right there.
Yeah, that's fine.
My
That's
bad.
fine. I've had too much anyway.
That's
I'm,
right.
I'm good now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm happy for you.
You're like, you fucker.
Never.
No, not
No.
while we're recording.
No,
Never.
In private.
Yeah, that's it's not in person. It's you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we get out
Behind
after
your
the
back.
podcast.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we're talking about it afterwards.
That's what
Yeah,
we
no,
know
we're
about tension
paid to be
after.
here. We're paid to be friendly now for the next
Then it
56
devolves.
minutes.
Yeah.
And it devolves. And we go back to our normal state.
Yeah.
But,
But
I'm
we
glad
have a
that you're
show.
doing well,
we have a
Xavier.
show. Yeah, we have
I'm
a
glad
show.
you're doing well because you're hosting this bed boy.
I am, and we got a good one. I mean, they've all been pretty good, but you know,
But this one's
this is a good. One.
also a good
This
one.
is a
also
good
a
one.
good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
So
Good.
good. Okay, so jumping right into it. Would you rather directly infiltrate an organization, so you'll take part in their daily practices or rituals,
Mhm.
and develop personal relationships with members of the congregation?
Yeah.
Your mission is to gather intel on the group with the intent to dissolve it completely,
Oh.
Hell yeah.
or recruit people for an up-and-coming nonprofit collective whose aim is to end world suffering using the idea of equity through conscription.
Oh.
No,
Pretty heady.
Yeah.
Okay.
yep, that's a
We're
lot.
jumping into it. You weren't kidding.
Yeah. is this script coming from somewhere?
I'm doing my
I mean,
part.
I'm doing my
I
part.
think it's well, you know, something about with 3-letter agencies.
Yeah, I've
and
been thinking a little bit too much about who's watching who.
who's watching who, Big Brother.
Odds are it's one of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I am the producer on this show, so I'm
Ah.
probably
Yeah.
And you guys gave me your location, so I know where you are at all times.
Yeah.
You do know where we live, too.
Mhm. Yeah, I track it. Yeah,
It's not good.
Yeah, that's how we keep such a tight schedule.
Exactly.
It's a weekly show. We got to put it out.
Yeah.
That's true.
Very
Yeah.
true. So, what do you guys think?
Well, first of all, I'm sorry for tracking you.
Hey,
oh, you mean
wow.
the questions?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's okay.
Gotcha.
I forgive
Thank you.
I don't.
Oh,
Well,
Why are you so quick to
You're-
forgive?
you don't like that?
he's the host. He asked to keep it moving.
That's true. Move this right along. Don't get sidetracked too far. Guys. Go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, let's go.
Like we always
Down the rabbit hole.
I've already taken my pill.
Oh, he's done.
Ah.
See Alice.
Cale.
Kale.
Cale.
Kale.
That threw me off. I really thought you were going to go Corey. The second time.
No, dude, he had to skyhook.
It just
Whip. Cale.
visual aids. I'm 1,000% infiltrating.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
I want to
okay.
dissolve
Yeah, I didn't expect
from the
that one.
inside.
Yeah.
I want to. This is poor man's espionage.
Oh, okay. So it's
I'm
good to go
going
well.
in. I'm going in. Also, I get to make friends with these people, and then I just
Yeah.
get to burn their world to the ground.
Oh yeah, every single bridge will be carpet bombed.
Oh yeah.
I mean-
So if I'm going into it with that logic, I don't have to care about the personal relationships. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do everything in my power to be likable,
Mhm.
so I can destroy your life
It's
and
the
whatever
perfect-
you're doing.
The perfect undercover agent.
I'm gonna operate with extreme caution and extreme malice.
And extreme prejudice, just like
Yeah.
everything else in life.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Perfect.
I definitely this seems like something I would want to do right now. I'm gonna get in somewhere. I don't know where though.
Well, we are a group of 3.
Oh, see, I've already done it.
Crap. Technically, one of us is, or statistically, one of us is likely to be a mole.
It'd be really funny if
Oh.
all 3 of us were the mole.
We're all
Just all
reporting
reporting on each other.
Yeah.
They just need to keep us busy and keep us out of the field. Hey guys, detain each other.
Damn, we're like the KGB, but worse.
Shit.
but worse.
But worse. No, definitely infiltrating.
Yeah.
I like rather than trying to do this up and coming. I want something that's already been kind of had the wheels spinning a little bit. Already has some traction, some membership.
There's
I want
already,
to get in there.
you're looking at an organization that's already up and coming.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
already there.
It's already established.
It's already established.
It could be religious. It could be militant. I want in. I can play the part
So
and
basi-
fool everyone either way.
Right. Basically, the government has deemed this organization as dangerous.
That's saying something.
Armed and dangerous, possibly. That's your job, right? To
Well,
find
I'm going to
out.
be armed
Yeah,
either way.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's a
if the-
religious
you
thing,
know
but
what?
I'm just strapped up.
Yeah, I mean, if they're armed, you have to be armed. Got to blend
That's true.
in.
I can't. Oh,
Well, yeah, they can't
they're
out-arm you
me,
either.
Giving me my own golden AK.
Yeah, they
Rite
exactly.
of passage. I'm in.
Yeah.
No, no.
So yeah, they might even be giving you the armaments.
Yeah, your tithe goes to their bullets.
Ooh,
That's what pays for it all.
I like this. Yeah, I want
I
to
like it.
infiltrate. I want to ruin everyone's good
I
time.
like it. Some
And
tactical espionage.
Like you said,
Yeah.
dissolve completely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I-
you're
no
bringing
remnants.
it down. Yeah.
When
I
when
mean-
I picture you, I don't picture a liar. So this is going to be quite
Oh,
a
that's
quite a
pretty
big
nice.
change.
Very nice.
That is a it's a good
and
compliment.
I've been doing my job.
Yeah.
Whoa, there it is.
The admins.
A professional in his craft.
Exactly. I am the worst.
I've been doing it well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. I definitely. I don't know. It just seems fun isn't the right word, but also
Well-
like very exhilarating. This would be some kind of
Oh man,
undercover,
yeah.
undercover sleuthy.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're a
absolutely.
spy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're yeah.
Plus, I'm not wearing a wire. I'm not doing anything obvious, even if they try to catch me.
Yeah, you don't want
I'm
to
just
give off
reporting back
anything.
later.
Yep.
I'm in.
I mean,
Cracking skulls.
you might have to wear a wire.
You might.
are gathering intel. But then again, I mean, everyone has phones on them anyway.
Exactly.
So just
Everybody's
You could just be
listening to everyone.
recording.
Yeah, who gives a
when
shit?
You're just recording in your
Yeah.
pocket or something.
That's what I do on first dates. I push record and then I put my phone in my pocket, so I
Xavier.
know whether or not the date's gone well.
Xavier.
I listen
you can
back to it.
analyze it later on.
Right, and then I edit it just like I do the show to make the conversation sound perfect.
And you're like, I don't understand what's wrong. Obviously, it's the other person.
Yeah, it's the other person. They're
Can I-
wrong.
Can I talk to you after the show? That is my answer. I'm infiltrating and I'm burning it
Dude, that sounds great.
down as ruthlessly as possible.
Okay.
I'm
I mean-
liking this. Corey,
Yeah.
what do you do?
You know what? I think I'm going to recruit people.
Ah,
Yeah, I believe in equity through conscription. It's something
Yeah.
I think about every single day.
Oh. Oh.
Xavier, can I talk to you?
2 for 2.
There's an overall theme going here.
Yeah, no, I would definitely want to recruit people for my cause. You know?
Well, so you got a noble cause there to end world suffering.
Yeah. It's a nonprofit, so I'm not gaining anything.
No.
Technically.
Yeah, I'm just gaining people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, to help my organization grow. And then, we'll probably, it's the idea of like equity. So, we're all probably pretty open-minded. There's diversity and equity and inclusion.
Right.
All
I
the
like
scary 3.
The scary 3.
That's the trinity
You're
of evil.
you're conscripting them all in.
Yeah.
We're roping everybody in on this one.
And I get to develop the personal relationships with those people, figure out what the hierarchy is. I want to be, since this is an up and coming nonprofit collective, I'm on the ground floor.
Oh, so there's no hierarchy yet for you.
Well, yeah, like I'm still part of like the overall congregation, and I at least know the person in charge via handshake. We've met before. They gave me this job actually to be here. And they gave me the power. Yeah.
Gotcha.
This seems like some very rudimentary, very bad.
It's
version
actually really organized, and it's hard. Yeah, it's not as easy as you think
This is
to get into something like this.
I'm believing that there's a little bit of an undercover boss situation going on here.
Well, we were visited by David Miscavige
Here
once.
Here we go.
He was angry, and he did drop kick a child.
The truth comes out.
But it was before he went to prison. So
hey, equal rights, equal fights.
Yeah. And to be fair, that little girl was asking for it. I mean, she
was
not
the
stop crying.
provoker.
Yeah.
Provoker.
Yeah.
Not the provokee.
You don't cry in church or you get hit. That's what Dad taught me.
No crying.
No crying.
In baseball, Tom Hanks.
No crying.
Yeah, I think baseball is part of it. Let me check the agenda.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Group activities, team building.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound that bad.
And
I'm gonna infiltrate.
No.
You get
burning it down.
field sports, right? You get to learn how to
Ooh.
bandage wounds. You get to learn how to shoot and maintain firearms
Ooh.
because of the conscription.
Right,
thing.
like a
Yeah.
large sport of rifle and
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
other
And I don't
goods.
think
Like a non-profit army.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean,
Volunteer army.
some would call it a militia, but that's a very harsh word. I don't believe in that word. In fact, I'm not going to say it.
I was going to say militia.
Yeah.
Just don't say the word militia.
Won't say it.
Don't say militia.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey. I like it.
Thanks, man. I
There you
studied
go. Sounds
I studied David Koresh a lot. So like I get like a lot of his philosophies.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
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 The coming of Jesus and
Yeah.
the end time.
We lost touch sometime, but he's probably doing all right. But
Yeah.
Xavier, we got to hear from you, man. What are you doing?
Oh, man.
Yeah, are you investigating the Hell's Angels? What are you doing?
Oh, dude, get in there.
Yeah.
The sweet chopper of
Hell yeah.
99.
Just like-
Harley fat boy.
Get to do crack cocaine off a knife.
And I'm just sitting on the bike like, I don't know how to ride.
You're always at the location that they meet up, but they never see you actually get there.
You get out and
You guys notice Xavier's always near a tow truck? What's up with that guy? It's like flatbeds always around him. I don't know what. No, guys, just go ahead.
I got to go to the bathroom. I'll catch up with you.
This is my mom's Corolla. She's letting me borrow it. My
Oh.
tire on the bike, it went flat. What do you know?
What do you know?
My
Just-
bike exploded again.
Again, I got to go.
Guys, can I hitch a ride?
We gotta stop giving Xavier Tannerite to put on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
He's not doing it.
We're going to invest in a sidecar for you.
Oh, okay.
You just show up everywhere in a sidecar. That'd be
Oh,
great.
just a sidecar by itself?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let
me hitch on, fellas. Let me hitch on.
It's just the sidecar. There's nothing
Solves the problem of not knowing how to ride the bike.
It's
Just hitch me up, fellas.
Not know how. No, you can't. You don't even bring the attachments. Like, no, you gotta tow me.
Oh, you just
Yeah.
got to hang on the back.
So
There's
you
just
gotta-
getting the exhaust directly to the face, just those pipes burning
There's
your legs.
no way.
You're just deaf.
I'm
immediately.
never getting made. I'm totally infiltrating that.
No, they're just thinking this is so ridiculous. This man cannot be of any type of agency.
No, you can't take him seriously.
No.
No.
That's the perfect cover.
But you'd be okay with gathering intel on your best friends?
No, see, I don't want to do the espionage.
Oh,
stuff.
you do not.
No,
Oh,
no.
So
you want
what's-
to recruit?
Yeah.
Oh man, I did not
for
expect
my
that. I thought you were for
cause.
sure going to be a espionage-esque skull crusher.
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, that does sound cool, but no, I want to recruit people for the cause, to end
Wow.
world suffering.
Yeah.
Oh no. Are you going to be the emperor?
It sounds like I sold Xavier on the idea. So, hey, I'm 1 for 1 now.
Yeah.
And if you out there at home want to join us, please
Yeah.
go to patreon.com/Talltale Network and see if you want to join up.
Yeah. Join
Xavier, I don't need to
The
talk
free
to you
army.
anymore after the show.
that.
You guys talk to each other.
Yeah. We're going to eventually conscript you in.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'll try to fight it off. But that's what you would want to do.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm genuinely surprised.
Let's end world suffering and help people.
Yeah.
There's no sinister undertone.
No,
If everybody thinks exactly, the same, then
Yeah.
it's not problematic
no,
because all
there's
the
one
world's problems
solution.
get solved.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
nobody
one-
can be upset.
There's
Legal? No, not by law.
No,
No.
Yeah.
that's illegal. That's against the law.
That's against the law.
You're upset? That's against the law.
But yeah, that sounds pretty fun. I think doing.
How are you going to
chorus thing.
select? How are you going to choose these people? What's the selection process looking like for you guys of this? Is it just like abductions? Is it like
Yeah, for me, it's straight up.
that was a
abducting
very
people.
quick yes.
Yeah.
The second I said
didn't-
abductions, he lit
Dude,
up.
I didn't even register what question you asked, and Xavier was already answering it.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
I'm abducting people and brainwashing them.
Okay.
Judge. Right out the gate.
You have the floor, sir.
Yeah,
It's your world. We're just living
yeah.
in it.
So I met with a handshake. Xavier's like, nah, we met with a hug. You're already like that close.
Yeah, we're. I'm gonna just start abducting people. It'll start off small.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It usually does
Yeah.
with one, maybe two people.
Yeah, one or maybe two. We got to do tests.
Mhm.
Yeah, see if they survive the brainwashing.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah.
a safe bet, I guess. Just find undesirables. So either way,
The
you have
degenerates.
some-
The degenerates.
the scum of the earth.
Yeah, and if they do survive the brainwashing, then they're in. They're fully on board with the mission statement.
I don't
Okay.
think
And
they
that's
have
to
a
end
choice.
world suffering.
I feel like there's lobotomies involved.
Maybe.
Okay.
Laser lobotomy.
Compliancy lobotomies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need compliance.
Yeah.
And if there is none, well, the option of, the opposite of compliance, that's
Well, there-
disobedience,
Yeah.
right?
We can't have
Can't
that.
have
No,
that.
can't have
No,
that.
no, that's not how a organization can be run.
No. Can't have.
And one time
The
that
naysayers.
chaos has ensued, that has been good for the org. No.
Don't you see org?
Oh,
That was I don't know. I don't even know. I tried to fit that one in. That was bad.
I liked it personally.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm being a yes man. What's happening to me? I'm fitting in.
I'm
You're
fitting
Are you
in.
guys buying this?
You're
You guys buying this?
infiltrating. He's getting us.
You buying this?
He's definitely surviving the
Damn.
Oh,
brainwashing.
this is going to be very easy. Both of these to the ground.
Well, if he already survived, we're already accepting him. Like
Yeah,
I don't
so
even
he-
know what we got to do to him. Like he's here.
I'm in.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of going along real quick with all this, huh?
He is.
Could it be a play?
Could be.
No, I think he's going to be a great addition to the
I
team.
think so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Rock
Yeah.
on. Talk to you later.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out more. Yeah, we'll dive into a little deeper right after these ads.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Andre, creator and host of the Weekly Tall Talk. I would like to say thank you for listening to today's episode. If you like what you've been hearing, we would love to know what you think. After the episode, don't forget to leave a comment or reach out to us on our socials, where you can find us at the Weekly Tall Talk. We're excited to say that we're working on a couple other awesome projects for this year. If you would like to know more about that, or find out what else we're working on, we have a Patreon and Discord that you can subscribe to, where we can be found at Tall Tale Network. And if you have any other questions or ideas for what you'd like us to discuss on the show, please email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com.
Welcome back from those ads. Hope you all enjoyed them.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. I like making them.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
You okay?
Yeah, I was reading the pamphlet for the new group, and I think they're going to cut off my balls. Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's part of the brainwashing thing that they keep trying to force on us. But like, I'm already here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask your questions. I'll read this later. It's all right. It's fine.
Well, okay. Well, in your guys' humble opinion,
Humbly so.
So humble.
Yeah.
in your opinion,
I've never been, shut up. I've never been more
Oh.
humble.
humble.
Yes.
Never. He's never been humble.
True.
Yeah.
Never been
I
more
don't know
humble.
if there is a truer statement.
No, God.
See,
no.
there you
No.
go.
God.
I'm more
no.
humble than God, if
Oh,
anything.
no. God learns from Corey.
Yeah. I at least don't
Ah.
talk about how humble I am all the time like he does.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
That's the difference.
He's fishing for compliments. We just say how it is.
Yep.
Got it.
We just live it.
Live it. In your humble opinion,
Uh-huh.
what's the difference between religion and cults?
What's the deal with that?
What is the deal with cold? George, get in here.
Jerry, I just heard this new crazy thing.
This is definitely a Kramer-esque episode. There's a blood cold. I'm Staten Island, Jerry. They got Banya.
If we get there before 10 a.m. every morning, we get free bagels and coffee.
I'm thinking of that episode with the chicken. The chicken,
Oh, yeah,
the fried,
little
the
little
red
Jerry.
glow that's glowing into the room.
Just
Fried
goes
chicken.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Red Menace.
Oh man. Well, yeah.
Seinfeld cult.
Sign. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Lester.
The Church of Feld.
the Church of Feld.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn, if that's not started.
Well, that's
What
the
are we
hard-
doing?
It's gotta be accurate.
Their baseline is you have to be funny to get in.
Nobody's
Yeah, no, it's just him and Joe Rogan.
Stupid.
So who you throwing
But
it to?
Corey.
Oh, yeah. Get him, Xavier. Get him.
Oh man, there is none. There is no. What are you kidding me? There is none.
There's no difference.
No. Listen, hey, and I want to say up front, if you're religious, cool. That's great.
If you're religion,
Yeah.
If
If
you-
you
if
are
you are
religion,
religion.
that's great.
you're done.
You're
No.
the word religion.
I don't really see a difference. I mean, you
No?
believe in something in faith, right? And you
Yeah.
you believe it's there. You believe that what you're doing is right, and that's all it takes for me. You know, if it's something that you care about so deeply that you change your life and your thought pattern to be beholden to the things that you're learning, then I don't really see a difference between a religion and a cult other than one might be established.
Or more like well, yeah. Maybe the cults are usually like hidden. I would say secretive.
Most cults aren't most cults
Yeah.
are pretty out there.
Yeah.
Like that's how they gain membership. Like the last one that I remember learning about was Navixum.
Mm.
You guys hear about that?
Uh-uh.
I think it.
Not aware.
Gosh, I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm gonna bleep that.
Please
There
no.
was
She's
there
so
was
hot.
there was several actresses and actors involved with this cult, and they were bringing people in and they were branding them. And this was like 2016.
Wait, was that
Whoa.
the sex one?
Possibly,
They're
I
all
don't.
the sex
they're- a
ones.
lot.
Yeah,
Most
right.
of
They're
them
all
are
the
But
sex.
sex
there was one.
Yeah, well, this one was like you'd bring people in. The main guy, I don't remember what his name is. He just went to prison for like 12 years or something.
Good.
Because like I said, he was bringing people in and like using brands on their skin and like all this other stuff. It's called Navixum. Yeah, it's like NVXIM or something like that. They spelled it really fucking
Sounds
weird.
like a thyroid medication.
It might be. Yeah. That
yes.
was the whole
Okay,
thing.
I
And
know
I
what
think
you're
like
talking about.
one of the big things was like Xavier's looking this up. He can correct me.
Yeah,
Jamie, look this up. There's a like it was like a resort where you'd go to like kind of like detox or feel better, and then you get
Ooh.
inducted into this cult.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah, it was like a sex cult type thing.
Yeah.
It was a cult
As
led by
they all
convicted
are.
racketeer and sex offender.
So
Keith Raniere.
Keith Raniere.
Raniere? Is that his
Yeah.
name? Raniere?
Raniere.
That's a stupid name.
In
Keith?
any case, I don't know.
Raniere.
Howdy, y'all. This is Corey from the future. I just wanted to do a quick correction on the topic that we're talking about. The cult we're talking about is called Nexium, spelled NXIVM, and the leader, Keith Raniere, was sentenced to 120 years in prison for a whole bunch of crimes like racketeering, forced labor, wire fraud, sex trafficking, etc. So check them out. Weird cult.
To answer the question, I don't really see a difference between religion and cult. I think one's just kind of older, and even
One's
then,
older.
religions change all the time. I mean, we don't worship Egyptian gods anymore. We don't worship Greek gods anymore.
No.
But we would consider them cults or mythology. And instead of this time, like if somebody said, "I pray to Zeus and Persephone or whomever else is out there," would you take them seriously? As somebody saying, "I go to church every Sunday and I pay my tithe."
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like-
Like what's more established and like in society compared to now that everything's, like Greeks and Romans, their religion is kind of their gods are theology.
Yeah.
Theology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of gone into history. That's just like what they believed in at the time.
Right.
Yeah, I see it really as faith du jour, faith of the hour. And religions and cults come and go.
That's true.
They're pop culture, they're faithful, or they're pop culture. They come in, they serve their time, and then they kind of fade out. People still believe in them.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's still pagans out there. There's still people who are like revivalists. But being raised, my background is I was raised as a Christian. Well, kind of. Christianity was forced upon me as a kid. So there was a lot that I learned just from being a part of it and like seeing their rituals and their practices and drinking, if you know anything like drinking the blood of Christ or like his body is bread and stuff like that. It's like, these are rituals.
Yeah.
Like when you pray,
Straight up.
it's a ritual. You want something to happen. You're hoping magic happens.
An
outside influence above your own can take over.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk and my podcast. This is the Weekly Talk. But do you guys differ? What do you think, Cale?
No. I think
you think I'm wrong?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Always. No, nail on the head. You're believing in a higher power. The only thing about a cult is this specific person is the vessel, possibly the leader of the cult.
Yeah. There really is that Jesus-like or that Christ-like
right.
figure.
I need to be a prophet,
cults.
or I am the one that does it instead of
usually
let's make God happy. Make me happy because I am God incarnate, or I'm the embodiment of God or a higher power or whatever need be. I think that's the only difference with cults. But
isn't it like saying God needs your money, so give it to me?
Yeah, basically. Donation things at church. No, I don't see any. It's fanatical. There's levels of like fanatical belief in these things, but it is still a belief in something that's not tangible.
Yeah.
That's why the people scoff at cults, but prove Jesus is real. Prove,
well, also
anything.
Like,
I mean,
even within like, I'm assuming for most of this conversation, we'll be referring to Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, things like that.
Right.
That spawn from the same source. But within those, there's what, 6 or more different forms of Islam?
Yeah.
There's how many sects of Christianity? And
there's a lot.
And one of like the Pentecostals, the people who fucking who shake snakes and speak in tongues and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to tell me that that's a religion and not a cult, and that there's somehow a difference because they're both praying to the same dude.
Right. I always found it really funny. My mom and most of my extended family were raised Christian Science, which I think is really funny because the name is Christian Science, yet they don't believe in medicine. They don't believe in doctors. They don't believe in hospitals.
They're anti-evolutionist theory, right? Earth is 4,000, 6,000 years old, and that's where it all started.
Exactly. So my mom, I think, if I have it right, she went to the dentist the first time when she was like 24. They didn't have any of their immunizations. They didn't have any of these things. And, my sister and I are considered evil in their eyes because we were born in hospitals and all different types of things like that.
Is that like at-home birth? Like is that a part of their religion, is like at-home birth?
I'm sure it is.
Something like that.
Yeah, nothing to do with
like
doctors. You could have like a midwife or something along those lines, but not a doctor, not a hospital is like the worst thing, or have any kind of medication in your system.
Interesting. I don't know much about Christian Scientists. I just know they have bookstores everywhere.
It's very interesting. It's alive and well. My grandma, who died when I was like 6, so like 20 something years ago, still gets the newsletter. I read it. Whenever I get it, I read it and I find it hilarious.
Hey.
But
I didn't even know there was that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's really popular in the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
Or like that, more back in Illinois and stuff. But the older my parents got, the less religious they got. My mom is still spiritual. My dad was very spiritual. He was raised devout Catholic. He went to Catholic school. He went to all these things, believed in it until the older he got, the less
he was involved.
Religious they are, but the more spiritual. So I think that goes to say something. As we get older, the less stuff where I guess you get worn down.
Yeah,
is how I choose to see that story with my mom and my dad. But believing something that's not tangible is already like eyebrow raise. But like it's my problem with religion. No, but
preach, brother.
Yeah, he's like, let me tell you something, brother. But only when it's pushed upon you. Or you feel the social pressure to do it, or you don't have a choice, or like you said, you're like bombarded with it when you're a kid. You don't know that this isn't real, or this isn't the way you want your life to go, or your beliefs. If you're a child and you're told, oh, if you don't obey everything, you're going to get burned forever.
Dude, that was literally my dad. So like I went to, like I said, a church, but I'm half Mexican. So the church I would go to was all in Spanish. And because I didn't understand a whole lot of it, my dad would ask me questions about church and the stories that I learned in Sunday school. I was like, I don't really believe this. And he would tell me multiple, as a small child, you're going to hell. You will never see your family. You will be burning for eternity, and you will die alone and sad unless you repent and join the church.
Yeah, that's
that's my background. If anyone's curious.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you're taught at a young age that you are a sin. Everything you do is wrong, and you have to live your life accordingly to make up for that.
Yeah,
I don't like putting people in that position, or especially impressionable people.
Yeah,
such as children. Absolutely not. So, cult in that it's all a power dynamic. No matter how you see it, there's a bigger fish, or somebody who knows more than you, has more power than you, or wants what you want, or you're supposed to sacrifice everything. That's my problem.
Yeah,
it's always a means for someone else.
Yeah, and that's not really a good way to get somebody to be in a religion. It's like, you're gonna do that. Yeah.
But hey, look at the Westboro Baptist Church. That's all they do is go around and call people the bad words and say you're gonna burn in hell because you're gay, or because you're a Democrat, or weird things like that.
That's weird.
That's the whole recruitment thing.
A lot of things that I've lately been seeing is it's more of like, well, I guess in the Bible.
Here we go.
It's more like preach love, love thy neighbor and stuff,
sure.
and
turn the other cheek. Exactly.
Turn the other cheek and stuff. But like to tell somebody like you just immediately throw at them you're going to hell.
Yeah,
you're going to eternally burn.
You don't know these people.
You don't know them, and you don't know what their life circumstances are. And then like have a parent figure tell you that. That's pretty
really
crazy.
Really rough.
That's
and what's crazy is like in the Bible it says like pray in private.
Yeah, do it in your own home. That's your relationship.
Do not
between God and
proselytize.
you is your secular thing.
That's where I was gonna like chime in about like I think people take advantage of things like that.
Oh yeah,
100%. Like they will turn. How can I turn this into a positive or a profit for me?
Yeah.
And that's where like a lot of these cults get that power from. These
I was
leaders.
just gonna say, dude. Yeah.
They preach like they're doing the better practice for everybody. They're doing the good thing, or I'm talking to God, God's talking to me, when really that's not happening at all. They're just abusing their position or wherever they've deemed themselves.
Kenneth Copeland, Joel Osteen.
Oh man.
Billy Graham.
Those are all living representations of this crap. And then same thing with like they're, I think, they're just, I think they're, what they're doing is evil in a sense. Like they're taking advantage of people who do have that faith, who
they want
are
to
looking for guidance and help, and they're just getting abused and taken advantage of. It's like that's horrific.
Oh yeah, it's like how you can do better and serve God better.
You can give me money.
Donate.
Yeah,
donate to the church.
Donate everything.
A mega million church that's already established.
Jesus would want me to have this plane.
Have you guys seen that? Yeah, exactly.
He told me.
He told me I need this plane.
My favorite thing is that like really extravagant. I think he's a pastor in New York, and he dresses in like these really nice suits and all this other stuff. And he got robbed.
That black dude, right?
Robbed live. When they were doing their meeting, they just came in with a bunch of shotguns. They're like, "Oh, God, if you're listening, you can stop this right now." And it's just all this other stuff. It's literally when you see people who are supposed to be holy, or your beacon, your person that you're putting your faith into, not the person, but like someone, the figurehead,
The leaders. Sure.
and they're in the stuff that you can't afford.
Yeah, there's
when they're
something
doing
wrong
God's
there.
work, which is supposed to be selfless, all inclusive, loving, and done privately, yet they have all this money.
Yeah,
It's like seeing the forest through the trees. I swear to God, it's so infuriating.
it is. Yeah,
I swear to God. Oh,
no, yeah, I think.
I'll
Yeah,
put a lightning bolt.
yeah,
No,
smite him.
yeah, those people definitely, I think, are taking the religion, and they probably don't even believe it themselves. They're
Exactly.
just
It's like,
doing
how
it.
can I do this?
I'm just using this to. And I think they put a bad light on it, like, because that just stains it. You got these people that are just like, I'm taking advantage of this situation,
Yeah.
and totally do the opposite of what this is supposed to be about.
Right.
Well,
Like,
then,
it's just-
and let's try and let's switch this a little bit from the Christian religion or that background, but going to
Catholics.
no, cults, because
Yeah.
we are comparing religion to cults. So like Jim Jones, we bring up a
Yeah.
lot in Jonestown. He was a prophet figure.
Mhm.
He literally was a preacher for a long time.
A
And
long
that's how
time.
he gathered his parish before he went to a different country. But like that is the kind of power dynamic that these people have. They put themselves in that position of power. They say, I am the one connected, and
Yeah.
the only person you can really get your message from is me.
me. Yeah.
And if you want to have a better life after this one, listen to me now.
Yeah.
Give me what I
And-
want.
And that's how they get your money, because you
that's it.
really want to believe that what they're telling you is true.
It's
sick.
yeah, it's
It's-
a
it's,
fantasy that they're trying to fulfill at everyone else's expense.
That and like how can you like even see something like the Vatican and go, yep, this is right. You have a whole city made of gold and marble, and they're still
supposed to be
starving and poor
pious.
people. Okay.
Yeah.
You're supposed
how
to be
is-
pious.
yeah.
You're supposed to be.
Yeah. How is
Jesus
that?
was a carpenter.
That doesn't
all
make
these other
any
things.
sense.
He was not in any kind of extravagant lifestyle.
No,
or anything
yeah,
like
he
this.
was
Let
a-
us
a
have
beggar
all the
and
ornamental everything.
poor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah. All this ornate shit.
Yeah, and like we want to look back historically. That's exactly where the Vikings raided in the 700 to 900 CE.
There you go,
Was they
boys.
would come over to the UK, what is now the UK,
Mhm.
and they would rob churches because that's where the gold was, that's where the gems were, that's where the food
Something's
was.
not adding up.
Yeah.
all the gold.
We need all the goods and the treasure in the house of God. We'll
Yeah.
guard it for you.
Yeah, bring it all in.
Yeah, but it's not new, and,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
that's what the
Yeah.
bummer is, because like in all of this, like I don't think, I'll speak for myself, I'm not going to come down on religion for this show. I'll espouse my views or whatever, but I don't think religion should necessarily never exist for anybody,
Yeah.
because I
would
do
agree.
like we brought up before, I do see the good in what it does.
Oh yeah.
For most people, like even listening to the show, it's the few, it's the vocal minority who take it and abuse the religion the same way they would a cult to
Oh,
gain
yeah.
status and money and
Yeah.
power over people.
Yeah.
That's what I
it's-
see, and I'm scared for.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Like it's having faith and believing and stuff is great, but like there are people that will use that to their advantage to
Absolutely.
do whatever is profitable for them. And to take advantage of the people that actually are
Right.
down on their luck, or they're actually looking for help, and then you're just taking over. You're just
Exactly.
using
It's the old adage, like one bad apple, blah blah blah.
yeah.
But it's definitely like the people that want to do good, want to be like, oh, out of the graciousness of my heart, this is what God would want me to do. I'm going to open my doors. I'm going to be an accepting person. I'm going to show you unconditional love. And then you
Yeah.
have people that
And hold, before you finish that thought, those are, according to the Christian Bible, the most godly of people.
exactly.
Even the people that shy away from Jesus's love or anything like that, the people who do good in their lives are the ones most loved.
Yeah, do unto others as you would like to be done
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
And people lose track of that. But tying
Yeah.
back into what you're saying, it's a lot of it is master manipulation. But from the cult side, that's all it is.
Yes,
a lot of the
it
time
starts
they are
there.
they
It
are
starts
they are
there, yeah.
choosing people who cannot take care of themselves
Yeah.
or are distraught,
Yeah.
or in some kind of point in life where this is the only option.
Yes.
That
yeah.
is vulturism. That is
They've
preying
reached
on the
a
weak.
fork in the road, and like, I
And
have to either do
I have to
will-
do this or I have to do that,
or
and
I'll
they,
die or
they seek
something.
out these people that they can have power over.
Yeah, and then they do horrible things to him. Like Jim Jones did. He sexually abused a lot of people in
Yeah.
his
In the name of
congregation.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what?
It's just so
It's crazy.
But the list could go on. I mean,
it's not just him. Yeah,
no,
it's literally
yeah,
everybody. I mean,
John of God was probably one of the most prolific dudes, and he was on Oprah.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah. Serial rapist under the name of God and Jesus. And he built a compound just for what he was doing.
all of it's bad.
Yeah, it's not
That's why I'm
great.
going to infiltrate it, burn them all down.
At least that's how you're in.
But like, so like when, again, like that's why like this conversation is so interesting to have, because everybody has their idea of, everyone in this room is picturing their idea of a religion that they're speaking to. They're straw man for this conversation. But when we bring up things like Pentecostal, when we bring up like other just out there cults or religions, you're like, how could somebody believe that?
Right.
But then you consider what we're thinking about. It's like, how can somebody really follow what we're talking to anyways?
Exactly.
Like somebody made up this stuff.
Right.
And all of this is made up, every part of it.
Exactly. And the good virtues and the good, if you want to quote unquote, morals of everything, that's the part that I can agree with. The message being delivered,
being a good person,
taking care of other people, helping when you can help. If it's not detrimental to you, all these things, these are the things that I respect about religious people. It's just everything else that goes with it that is such a hard pill to swallow that I will choke and die.
and that's why cults get so big, is because even if like, that's really that's what gives cults a lot of staying power too, is what you're saying, where you're getting that person and you're saying like, do this job and you will be fulfilled and you don't have to worry about anything else. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good in the graces of God. I said so.
Right.
And and this is another thing to like speaking towards, because there's always a lot of bad. We have our views on religion or lack thereof or this or that. But I have no problem with you being religious if it helps you live a happier life where you are not harming anybody.
Yeah.
I could care less what you believe in. It's when that crosses that line to when we're hoisting up the worst people in the world as your idols. That's when I have a problem and I want to go. I wonder how strong the support beams are.
Yeah, it makes us so mad that we do an entire episode about it.
God, you just want to talk about it.
I know.
We gotta go to ads.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna need to go to ads to cool off.
Sutalo, the Church of Sutalo.
Hey there, this is Corey from the Weekly Tall Talk podcast. If you like what you've been hearing, please consider going to patreon.com/TallTaleNetwork and becoming one of our patrons. We'd really appreciate it, and you'd help us get out some content later this year. Thanks.
And welcome back from those ads. I think we've all cooled off.
took a dip.
Took a dip. Fire and brimstone.
Dude,
I took the dip in the moonlight.
Oh, nice.
I'm ready to summon.
Yeah.
Summon the black magic.
Speaking of tongues.
Where are my snakes?
Where's my holy gun? Where's my bullet crown?
Oh, dude. We need that.
badass.
We do
Anyway,
that. Anyway,
Don't you have that inscribed on one of your guns?
I wish.
We the
9s for
people?
Jesus.
oh
I wish.
There's a big cross on the grip.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
no, I have that
It's
on
all
my
ivory.
1911.
Yeah.
You know, 45 God's caliber.
The only thing they can take down
A
non-believer is a 45.
My caliber, my president.
Whoa.
Put that shit on a shirt.
I want it on a shirt and a hat now.
Done.
Possibly the best shirt,
Yeah.
the greatest shirt.
The biggest shirt.
The big.
It's gonna be the hugest shirt. 10XL.
You can fit in 2 of you. Does this work for the show? This
I don't
probably
know.
works for the show.
I think
Probably
Let's piss everyone off.
China.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
everybody.
China. Billions and billions and billions and billions.
Just piss everyone off.
You know what? Fuck you too, Switzerland. While
Yeah.
we're at it. Yeah. Why
How
not?
about
Take a
that?
stance, you snake.
How about that?
Oh, they have.
No, they have. Oh,
Like-
man. Well, okay. Do you guys?
Let me just
Well,
out of the
Sorry.
chaos.
Yeah.
just
No, he's a good
wrangle
host.
this.
He's trying to get us past
He was
this.
trying to get
Yeah.
it. But I'm done. Go ahead.
Do you guys think government agencies getting involved with religious organizations has it ever gone right or wrong?
I can think of a few examples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Alt-right? What?
Oh,
All right.
Oh yeah. All
Tiki-
rights.
Tiki
Oh.
torch.
All right.
That's called a dog whistle for you at home.
Hey, hey guys,
Hey.
come meet me over there.
Yeah.
You know the spot.
Who are you gonna throw it to?
Oh, Corey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he asked for
that.
no. I don't think it's ever gone right. Separation of church and state is supposed
Yeah.
to be the way it is, and when we don't
Stamped
like the church, the state goes in.
in
Yeah,
the
but
Constitution.
that's what our Constitution says. You know,
in the Constitution.
Protect the station.
religion
But-
was part of the Roman government. I mean, this is every government. All right.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And religion is part of the U.S. government.
Oh yeah.
It's on our money.
In God we trust.
Yeah. You guys know that was recent?
How
In God
recent?
we trust? I
How
think that was
recent?
19th century.
The money?
Uh-huh. And so
Oh,
was
sheesh.
adding the God thing to the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm sorry, that's a digression. That's also recent though.
Oh, let's also talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Cale, I cut you off.
Yeah.
You
Oh
were
no, I
saying
was just
something
saying,
really cool and smart.
Yeah, I think whenever you start involving the government with organized religion or even an up and coming religion, I guess, or a splinter group. I mean, I call anything religious
Yeah.
I mean,
that
there's-
isn't outside of the normal like powerhouses that are already established. I think you're asking for big trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
the government likes to meddle in stuff and then ruin stuff.
They want to know.
Since when?
Come on.
You know what?
So-
In fact, let's reverse this. Name one time that ever happened.
That might be the hottest take.
I've
ever heard.
White phosphorus hot, you would say.
Oh, some would say.
No, but definitely, if there's something that is outside the norm or they feel threatened by in any way,
Right.
they're coming in. They're sending guys like me.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Why do you think-
infiltrating.
like how you put that, feel threatened by.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Anything that can explode out of control, a mindset, a sweeping overall change in people's views.
Sure, yeah. yeah.
Depends on what rhetoric you're using.
Yeah.
If you're very pro-government, maybe they won't have as big a problem with you. But that's usually not how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
It's
I'm-
always scary though, anytime you see it, because look at our representatives right now, like Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert or anybody on the right who feels like taking a picture with their gun and the American flag and saying the only thing more important to me is God. It's like, you're a representative of the people. What are you talking about? Why are you
and not
doing
all
this?
people are going to feel like that. I know we can't have everyone represented. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the ideal world, but that's the extreme.
Yeah. Pretty scary.
A lot of people have guns that don't believe those same views. That just want something for home protection or whatever the means might be, but they're not
Yeah,
a fanatic.
No. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't think they're fanatic, but yeah.
Yeah.
And organized religion, even in terms of like a militia group that's religious.
David
don't want
Koresh in Waco.
Yeah. They don't want you to have guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want you to have guns in the first place, I don't think. That's seen as a threat.
No.
And then
the government definitely doesn't.
yeah, don't arm yourselves. And then you add religion on top of that. We're coming.
Isn't it weird too? It's like it's because you can be Christian, like we said, you can be Christian and have guns in church. You can have Christian gun church, and that's more acceptable than like just gun church.
Yeah,
like that's more acceptable than new Branch Davidian. We're going to arm ourselves for the end times in anticipation,
right?
Because the ATF certainly got involved with that.
Yeah, they messed up big time.
Yeah.
What about those guns?
Yeah,
we want those guns.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, exactly. That's what's kind of messed up. That it's just like you got you have a cult or a religious sect.
Yeah, the Christ-like figure.
Yeah, you have David Koresh, and he's got his followers, his views, and the things that he's teaching to his people, and the side businesses they're getting guns in there, they're arming, and they're selling guns too.
Yeah, to be fair, they were doing some real illegal shit.
Yeah.
According to the ATF.
All right,
automatic firearms are for the people. I am putting a hard stance right there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Take that. If you don't hear from us,
thrice yes. If we're dead after this, you know what happened.
Yeah.
You know what happened. Big guns came down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big proponent. I think people should be armed.
Big gun guy.
I'm a big gun guy.
Yeah,
I
big
love
guns.
You are Duke Nukem.
Hail to the king, baby.
I do love guns.
You're armed right now.
I wish I was.
You aren't packing right now?
No,
And what's in your
just
pocket?
tell the people you are.
Okay,
on
I'm
the
armed.
show. Yeah.
I'm not really.
Yeah, see, you hear him? He's armed.
All my stuff's at home.
And what's in your laptop case? There it is.
It's a computer bomb. Different.
Oh.
Totally different.
Yeah,
We
that's
said one wrong
to
thing.
de-arm him.
Oh.
Yeah. Only goes off once.
It's a one shot.
Yeah.
Neat party trick. Government, please. He does not have a laptop bomb.
No.
Yeah,
no
please don't
bomb.
investigate most of us.
Not me, at least. I'm working from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Disarm
he's
the
helping you. Kale's getting the intel through
That's
the
right.
show.
I got him.
Yeah.
He picked the infiltration.
He picked this
Picked, yeah.
topic idea.
I know. Corey and I are like, we're waiting for the end times.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
guys are already waiting, and I'm like, let me stop these two.
Yeah.
We're real Old Testament type here
Old
in California.
See, on my end times is that I'm thinking, okay, we got to save everybody
Uh-huh.
before doom and gloom happens, and I have to brainwash you in order to save you. So.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
No, yeah.
It's for the rapture, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
that tracks.
See,
Yeah.
There you go. Checks a lot of boxes.
It does. God damn it.
What can I say?
Maybe I can be converted. I don't know.
All we had to do was do it with firearms. Who knew?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Easy
a little
way
bit
out.
of light brainwashing.
Yeah,
light.
Yeah.
A
Light.
quick one.
Right.
Express.
Whoa.
Express.
Oh,
Yeah,
Express
through the
brainwashing.
eye socket.
yeah.
Wondering why I can't see that well.
Yeah. Eye spick lobotomy. It's
Yeah.
quick. It's
okay.
fast.
Cool.
You can do it with
song.
2 hands.
It's A-okay.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can I talk to? Oh,
yeah.
no, but Corey.
But Corey, yeah, what do you think,
I'm
Corey?
pretty sure we know the gist of this one, but get in there.
Yeah, I got to agree. Like, even being involved next to a religious organization that's involved with the government is kind of scary. Like, whether or not you're arming yourself, like, you can just be adjacent. Like, we brought up Waco, but also the predecessor to that was Ruby Ridge.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And first of all, fuck that guy.
Yeah, he was not good.
No,
He wasn't. I wouldn't say he's a neutral party, but that man did not deserve what happened to him.
No. His family, either,
Travis,
yeah.
No. Him and
He had some demons that he was dealing with, but
he was
like,
dealing
it-
with white supremacists.
it
He was
was-
quote unquote
Not
making,
demons. That's
No.
just straight
No,
up being
well-
a shithead.
Yeah. Well, the demons are the white supremacists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they can be defeated.
Yeah.
There you go.
But anyways, what's his name?
Ruby Ridge,
Oh, hold on.
Mr. Ridge.
Mr. Ridge. It didn't even take place on Ruby Ridge.
Damn.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't. Yeah. That's
Glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. So Randy Weaver, if you don't know the story of Ruby Ridge, got involved with some local militia groups that also had like neo-Christian ties, Christian
Mm.
fascist ties, what we
Shocking.
would consider now.
Yeah, an Aryan Nations.
Yeah.
group.
Yeah. One nation under Aryan. In God we trust.
A lot
I
of
think
winners
that
in
was
that
that was
group.
the group. It was the Aryan Nations.
Yeah, but he wasn't a part of it. He was he actually he got what's that word? Oh, entrapped into a government agency or a government officer entrapped him into making firearms
that were illegal.
illegally.
Yeah.
And then they tried to arrest him. Instead, they just ended up killing half of his family in a 63-day siege on this dude's property. But like, again, going with government agencies and religious organizations, if they think there's firearms involved or you just are a threatening presence, they will send people to hurt you. Yeah. And I don't think the government should be involved in anything. But then again, like maybe religions should pay taxes. I don't know. That's
1,000%. I stand on
right,
that.
but like that's the gray area, right? Like that's the other side of the coin. Like you don't want religion and the government to be hand in hand, but at the same time, like that's a whole lot of money that's being just grifted and shipped off.
Yeah, well, the rest of us have to pay as much as possible.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's what kind of ties into those like evangelicists, those TV
preachers,
right. TV preachers. Yeah, because they're
call me now.
Why all their money, like all the money that they're getting, it's going to them.
Yeah,
and like and they're not paying any taxes.
Yeah. No, and they're just like in the name of God. You're like,
it's
no,
like, that's insane.
In the name of the IRS, motherfucker.
And then fortunately, they found it's a loophole around the Constitution. So it's like, it's written in the Constitution that the separation of church and state, that you're a nonprofit, you don't pay taxes on that.
That right there is enticement enough to believe in something or to be associated with something you don't even believe in for monetary gain.
And we can do that now.
It's written into it.
All you have to do is start a 501(c) and register it with the government. There, boom, you have tax incentive with the government. Now you're aligned, and you can have everything. Like a lot of billionaires, millionaires, whatever CEOs. They don't own the things that they own. Their corporations buy it, and then they own it that way.
Through the
so if anything ever happens, the corporation's the one that takes the hit, not them. So, you get that 501(c), you become a nonprofit with the government, and then you just put everything on a business credit card, and suddenly you're rich. And that's how those companies do that. Shell corporations and using tax loopholes to steal money and not pay taxes.
Get on that, guys. Make church.
I'm trying. Dude, we already have the LLC.
Gonna be the church of
we're
40K.
halfway there.
The church of the church of 40K.
Our saints.
Yeah, they have, that'd be funny.
The wheels are turning. Look at him. Look at how happy he is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like look at it's not the LDS. It's fucking the Scientologists.
Oh,
the
Church of Scientology.
You bastard.
Yeah, when they got their tax exempt status, that's when the church started to flourish. And they have it's like 8 to 12 tiers, and every tier you're in brings you closer to God. But every tier you're in, you also have to pay more money to be a part of the church. So you get someone like Tom Cruise who's paying like a couple $1 million a year as part of his tithing to belong to that church. And then it just goes lower down the scale with the stars and stuff.
Right.
Want like a $5 a month.
Too low.
Too low.
You got to come in at least $100.
Well, even the Mormon religion is, if you're part of that church, 10% of your salary has to go to the church, and you have to sign a contract with them.
I don't want
the Mormon.
I'm infiltrating them.
God, that would suck, dude. No drugs, no drinking, no fun.
Easiest
itchy fucking
infiltration
underwear
ever.
Yeah,
easiest infiltration ever.
Yeah,
I'm going.
That's true. They are a very trusting people.
Yeah, their mistake. Their demise.
Their demise.
We're coming for you.
We're coming for you, Latter Day.
Yeah, I mean, I think I get wanting to donate to like a church, your church. It's your community.
It's already standing.
Right.
Was there a big hole in the ceiling? You gonna go in there?
No, the pastor doesn't have a job, so he needs your money.
I'll be the pastor, free.
And I mean, yeah, like you're if you're donating to your church because you want to donate, that's great or whatever. It's a community.
If they're doing like community outreach, I could definitely see going towards that.
Exactly.
Community outreach, homelessness, like food drives, whatever.
That's community based events.
Yeah, that's giving money not just to an entity. It's like I guess you're giving it to them to then distribute to the community.
Yeah, or you can at least see some kind of check and balances. You can see your money going to something or helping something instead of like, it's a really nice $5,000 suit you got there.
Yeah.
That's why I just give money to homeless people directly. It's way easier. You're going to spend $10 on booze? Go for it. I don't give a fuck. That's your money now.
There you go.
You got a whole tenor.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sometimes I got a whole tenor. Yeah, I can't see it ever going right.
No,
Honestly.
Can we think of one for the show? Can we think of one time the government going hand in hand with religion has gone right for anybody?
Let me know.
Hey, if you know in the comments, help
Maybe
us
just-
Yeah, somebody give us an example.
Wendigoon,
That's good.
hit us up. We want to know.
That would be nice.
We actually love your content.
Like
Hit us
your
up,
content, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Let us know. Or we're
Yeah.
coming for you.
I think probably just the Constitution, the separation of church and state. I think that's the only thing good.
Yeah.
When the government said we are going to divorce ourselves of you,
Yeah, that
was pretty good. That
because
was
we
a
saw
good
everything
stance.
that happened in England.
Right. It's like, oof.
It's like, that sucks.
They got hit with a thump.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, keeping on that subject, if the government has the ability to survey you illegally or seize your assets, break into your home with sanctions
Mhm.
of the law, do you really have freedom to establish a religion or militia?
And this question really goes like we brought up Waco. This is kind of a direct question
Yeah.
from that. They were doing stuff illegally, but if the government just has the right to show up and start shooting at your house, what fucking freedoms do you have?
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, and
You better fly way under the radar.
Yeah,
It's hard to,
it's
dude. The more people you add to a religion or a cult,
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
bigger you get,
Mhm.
The
I think-
harder you fall. Yeah.
yeah,
the
yeah.
larger the lie becomes.
Oh.
I think that's the true in a lot of things too. Empires get too big, too powerful,
Yep.
and they crumble.
I think a lot of things start with good intentions. Well, they say the best laid intentions, the best laid plans, and then things go awry.
Yeah, the
Roads to the road to
road to-
ruins are laid with the best intentions.
yeah, or like the road to hell is paved with the best intentions. Something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
right, exactly. And I think it's
don't
like
take any
that-
roads.
No, especially not the toll
Take
roads.
to the skies.
I like that. Add in a rocket sound like.
Yeah. to the
no.
skies, my brothers.
I mean, even if you start off with, I think, the good intentions and that stuff, you start making money at some point, or have these things, or have these power dynamics. I think error is human, and a lot of these people, that's a very slippery slope. I think for you to just get given to that dynamic, I mean, you're already kind of warped. You're not like standing like, oh guys, I don't want any attention. You're actively like the figurehead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's not like, oh guys, I was forced in this position. You're wanting that.
Mhm.
And then you just led into the psychosis that happens afterwards.
So
Yeah.
do you really have
Agreed.
the freedom to establish a religion?
I don't think so. I don't think that I could go out and say, I want this, this, and this, and this. And whatever my depravity is, or whatever my stupid ideas
Yeah.
are not going to align with probably what's legal or what will be tolerated.
Even if
Yeah.
it was like the most benign cult or theory that you would have behind your religion, the government would try and find a way to look into it,
Yeah.
and infiltrate and be like,
Sure.
what's going on?
Sure. Yeah. Especially, yeah. I mean, and then if you have also like detractors or people that are like, oh, that's crazy. Or maybe someone is sending up a false red flag about your
Yeah.
group,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
get some people involved. Like for example, with
Ruby Ridge.
Ruby Ridge.
Exactly.
Some guy phoned in that Randy was going to be doing some horrible things to the FBI, and none of that was true. So they're like, oh, let me go investigate
The
that.
FBI
It's
was
like,
already,
that's
they were
all we
looking
needed.
for a reason.
yeah, they were looking for
That's all
a
we
reason to
needed,
get,
buddy boy.
because they were already tied into that Aryan Nations group, and they saw that, oh, hey, this guy's close to
And
them.
it's so crazy. They wanted so badly to get into that group when they
Yeah.
already had members in it.
yeah, they already had
To
dudes
just
doing
talk
their
to
job.
different other, like, you have fucking FBI agents that are already there, willingly or otherwise.
Yeah,
Just talk to them.
Just wild though, but yeah,
Hey, Bill, you guys doing anything crazy at that rally up on that ridge? You know, you bought out the Ma Deuce from the storage locker, just making sure.
yeah.
Saw
Are you
you
okay?
coming in with a technical
Everything's cool.
building that.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
The
it.
classic, don't worry about it.
It's
Don't
fine.
worry
I'll take my badge.
I was going to add on to what
Do it, brother.
what you said, Cale, about having freedom to establish religion or militia. Like you wouldn't have enough. Like we could, I guess, but like what like scrutiny would you encounter?
Right.
Yeah.
Like
At what
we
cost?
have, like for example, like the Second Amendment, like we have the right where we can form a militia to protect the states and stuff like that. But like, and what scrutiny would that come from?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
from
exactly.
outside, oh, these guys are crazy, that kind of stuff. But like
Homegrown terrorism.
homegrown terrorism, stuff like that, or nationalist stuff. Like,
Right.
but it's like just it. I mean, and there are instances that it's got to be people that think certain way. I mean, I can't talk for everybody,
But that's what
No.
the show is about.
We're
talking
just
for everybody.
blanket terming everybody.
Yeah.
All
But-
religion is bad.
But yeah, like it's meant to protect people, or that. But in any regard, that's yeah. I would think you would get scrutiny from outside forces, and that would bring in
Yep.
the eyes of the government
Especially
to
if
look at you.
there's any firearms involved.
Oh, 100% sure.
Well,
Because
and then even bringing up Ruby Ridge, the first thing that those cops did was illegally surveil this dude's land. They
Yeah.
went onto this man's property, which was out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
on a hill. And was it the ATF or the FBI? ATF, I think.
Yeah, it was. I think I think the ATF started it, and then the U.S. Marshals were the second part investigating.
Yeah. So the Marshals.
Because the FBI told them they were handling the investigation, so the Marshals were setting up like surveillance,
and they did it
shit.
illegally. Like
Yeah.
they put up cameras and stuff all around this dude's forested property,
Mhm.
and like he didn't know any of this was going
Nope.
on until his son found a camera, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we're being watched.
And how crazy, and that plays right into their whole thought process of the end of the world, the government's coming to get you, type
Yeah.
stuff. And it's like
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
you're making that prophecy come true.
Yeah,
Plus, this is the thing. Like, the government's always been overpowering. The government's always been this. There's always checks and balances. They want you to want to fight them
Sure,
because we have superior weapons. We have more people. We will blow you out of the water every single time. You guys are running guns? Nice. We'll take those. Or we'll
Yeah.
just take them when you're dead.
right. Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that any government entity called on a police force or an authoritative force to come in and oppress people
Yep.
by firepower.
and
The
that's
guys, we
why
need you.
it's important to own firearms.
Yes. But
Protect yourself.
You
I wanna-
can't say never.
I
Never
want to
say
say
never.
I want to say this query then.
Yep.
Ooh. We have the Second Amendment to protect our right to own firearms.
Yeah.
But if
And defend
we're
ourselves.
shot dead on our property because a police officer sees us with a firearm and has no probable cause and they get away with it, what freedom do we really have?
I know that's a failure right there in the justice system, and that's an egregious, like that's a failure in all regard. Like
Right, but what right do we have to walk around? Because like even like as a societal right, I think it's inappropriate to walk around with an AR-15 on your back,
It's
Yeah.
going to Subway to get a sandwich. That's not
No.
not acceptable.
that's stupid.
Yeah,
I mean like it is that is silly. If you live in an open carry state, like for one, this is speaking personally for me, I would never open carry.
No.
I don't want people to know what I have.
No,
Like, that's-
exactly. Why
it's
would
like,
you be flaunting everything? It's like that guy
Look at
always comes in
me.
with
Yeah.
a gun.
Look
I'm
at
gonna
me,
hit,
guys.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
hit that
me.
guy first.
Yeah, it's like why would you want to draw attention to yourself like
that's
that?
an $1,100 Colt. I want
Yeah,
that.
I want that
exactly.
gun.
Yeah.
I would never have
knew I
anything
liked that gun.
You knew
that like I wouldn't have stickers on my car, nothing.
No.
If I could have like a truck gun or something
Yeah.
like that, I wouldn't advertise that
Not
I
at
have
all.
this.
And
It's like, come steal from me, come break into my car and get my gun. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like
And there's
So-
like a huge discrepancy. A huge proponent of people who have firearms for home defense are not equipped to either deal with the violence or do that up. I think it's like 60% of like home shootings are the people taking the fucking gun away from you and
Yes.
shooting you.
Yes.
yeah, and that
Which is like you fight or flight. I mean, you can prepare all you want, be at the range all you want. Until you're in a real life situation, none of us know how we're going to react.
Absolutely.
But there's
That's
a
true.
huge proponent of people who have knives or guns in their house that get them used on themselves.
yeah, and that's really come down to like yeah, that's the unfortunate.
Right.
Like
It's-
it's like if you own it, you should learn about it.
Exactly.
Like, 'cause
Train
it-
for it. Prepare
yeah,
yourself as
it's-
best you can in a safe manner.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And try
this
to
is-
protect what's yours.
But this is why we have God. We pray that the safety was on.
oh, click. Thanks,
Click.
big guy.
But yeah, I mean that's you definitely want to make sure that you're comfortable with the tool that you
Yeah.
have, and just practice with it.
Don't draw attention to yourself.
Don't.
Like we've
Government
done with
or
this
from anyone.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
because we're
flagged.
getting a letter in the mail.
Flag.
But I mean, going back to what you're saying, like if you're on your property and it's my property.
Yep.
I'm out in the woods, whatever. I walk around with my rifle or shotgun or whatever.
Yeah.
You could be walking around because there's bears.
Yeah.
There's bears. You live in the woodland area.
Self-defense.
Self-defense.
But if somebody calls the cops on you and you can be shot for it, then you don't really have the freedom to do that.
That's the sad part. Like
You got to
if that
toe the line.
happens, yeah, if
Toe the line.
if that
Toe the
happens,
line.
that's like, and that's also too like there's like the back of the pros and cons of like red flag laws, like how they're good in the sense that you could possibly prevent something from happening, but then you can also screw up someone's freedoms if they're just said incorrectly.
Yeah, and get them killed.
Like you have exactly. You got
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, you got like a disgruntled spouse that's like, yep, he's a wife beater, blah blah blah, type stuff. But it's a double-edged blade.
I'm interested in seeing the stance you take on domestic violence and firearms.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, domestic violence and firearms. I think if you are involved, and that's if you're involved with like you get convicted of domestic violence, then there's something wrong there. You've already messed up by hitting or doing violence to
a partner or a child. Or anything.
I wanna say closing thought then.
Closing thought.
If somebody's convicted of domestic violence, do they lose their right to own a firearm forever?
Man, that's hard. Yeah, because it's like, where's your right to defend yourself?
But you've already shown that you can't be trusted even with the people around you.
Exactly.
You've committed physical violence towards someone without the use of a weapon, and now you're going to be trusted with something that can do grave harm
in an instant.
And that's a hard. That's a very hard thing. But
honestly, I think
you have to willingly hurt someone.
Yeah,
for it to be a proven case. I think so that too. Fuck you if you do that. Fuck you. I'll come for you.
Honestly, yeah, and I think that like it's like why should you have that?
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's hardcore people out there like, well, no, people, you need that's your God-given right. You need to have, but at the same time, it's like you've shown that you're not a good, like you're not a model citizen. Like you're going through and hurt somebody or potentially try to do harm and kill. Maybe, I don't know.
I have very simple, very condescending 3 words for you. Actions have consequences.
True.
If you beat someone else or hurt someone, you have to pay for that.
True. There's consequences for your actions.
There's a difference between
unless you have
yourself.
Money. Then you don't have
any consequences.
True. Yeah.
Billions and billions and billions. Get in on this.
Billions and billions.
That's true, man.
That's a hard stance, but also actions have consequences.
2-tiered justice system or 3-tiered, whatever that was called.
The 3-headed monster.
2-tiered justice.
2-tiered justice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we hate it all.
Yeah. I mean, it's
We hate the justice system. We hate religion. We hate every organization by the government. We want firearms. We are pro militia.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's time for a complete overhaul. And we're just the guys to do it.
Yeah, us 3.
Oh, boy.
We're taking over, baby.
Oh, man.
Oh, this was an interesting one. I mean, we got a lot of personal thoughts out there.
Yeah.
But
I love guns.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? And we'll make an open call right now because this really just kind of went into an open conversation. We had some others. We had some other questions and stuff written down, but I really think that this was a good conversation to have. Yeah. And if you at home are interested in even throwing out your own ideas about religion or gun control or things like that, please allow this episode to be the one you do it on. Be civil in the comments, of course, if there are any. But tell us your opinions because we are outside of the show pretty open to a lot of ideas, and I'm more than happy to learn about whatever you think is right.
Yeah, we're not trying to harm anybody or detract from what you're trying to do.
None of our listeners are we trying to harm. That's correct.
Yeah, none of the listeners.
Yes.
If you're not listening.
The ATF though.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys.
No, I'm just kidding. It's the FDA.
Oh.
Regulate my milk.
The fat donk administration.
Regulate my milk.
Those are my fucking pigs.
All I'm going to say is the NFA needs to go.
Bring down the FCC too while you're at it. They keep censoring this episode. Son of a bitch. But yeah,
sawed-off shotgun.
feel free to reach out and talk to us about this one because we'll probably come back to this subject.
Yeah, for sure. We had a lot more to talk about, like we said.
Yeah.
Look forward to part 2.
Yeah.
We'll dive back into this.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we can come to a close on the show, guys.
Yeah.
Cale, where can listeners find you?
Ooh.
On the
Your address.
not your address. The
Specific.
government already knows that, but
Yeah. They know where we're at right now. We got a drone Corey's car.
Oh, fuck. There's so many pictures in my house.
You can find me on Instagram at TallTaleCale with an underscore in between each word and a C instead of a K for Cale. You could also find me on TikTok at bearded_giant. We have a communal TikTok as well at the Weekly Tall Talk. We post skits, we post our little blurbs and little snippets from each week's episode. That's a lot of fun. Check us out over there. But we also have our YouTube channel and another on the way. So hold tight. YouTube's getting their head out of their ass.
Yeah, hopefully soon we'll get another channel up. That you guys can
we're
enjoy.
trying. We're actively sitting on a mountain.
We have a trove of
Gold.
work to release, but the government won't let us do
The
it.
damn government, the
And-
YouTube.
And by government, I mean Google and YouTube.
Oh, well, that's the same
directly.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking over.
Check out our existing profile over there at the Weekly Tall Talk. Subscribe and look for our episodes there and some other stuff we're getting into.
Give it a like.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, give it a
tax every church. Tax all of the churches. I firmly believe in that. I'll die on that hill. They should pay their fair share. Fuck
Taking
'em.
a stance. Taking
Fuck
a
'em.
stance.
No taxes. I don't want to pay taxes.
I don't either. Nobody wants to pay taxes, but the churches should pay taxes.
Cale says taxes for only churches, nobody else.
Oh,
Xavier says no taxes whatsoever.
no taxes.
But he loves
No.
guns.
Yeah.
So it kind
Don't
of
tax it though.
balances out. Just going to
Yeah.
gun tax.
No tax. Nobody pays taxes.
Oh,
No tax.
everybody
No.
pays taxes.
Everybody's got to pay taxes.
Everybody pays 100% taxes.
We got to
The
pay.
Kremlin. Aye, comrade.
Comrade.
Now, Corey, where can
Yeah.
people hunt you down?
Oh God, please don't.
Hunt him down.
I'm very fragile and I
Shoot.
shoot.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was
Do
gonna
not
do
shoot.
the triple R.
Nobody f***ing shoot.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
Lord.
shoot me.
No.
Please don't shoot me.
Do not
Please
do
no.
that.
God, please don't shoot me. Unless it's in the back of the head.
Then it'll be over.
I'll give you some body armor.
Yeah, do me
For
like
your head.
Tony from The Sopranos. If you want to find me online, I am at Corey.Andre, Corey.Ondrey. That is on Instagram. It's the only place I'm at. It's the only place you can find me. But we also have a channel for our Instagram for the show. It is the Weekly Tall Talk. That's where you can find us. Like Cale said for our TikTok, we are posting skits. We're posting updates, some pictures from our lives. Maybe we're not going to get too personal with those pictures from here going forward. There's a lot of incriminating stuff this episode.
Yeah.
But if you want to see what is so incriminating, please visit there. Xavier, what about you, brother?
Well, I don't know. Did we talk about the Patreon?
We didn't talk about the Patreon.
Gun
yeah.
Toter 69
Hell
420.
yeah.
Gun
Yeah,
Lord.
all of our Patreon dollars goes to ammunition.
Yes.
Lily goes to Xavier's gun collection.
Yes.
The gun hoarder.
Actually, that one's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I wish, but no. If
And you can make it happen.
you can, you out there listen,
You can.
make it happen.
How can
Make
you do
his
it?
dreams of guns come true.
Where would they go to make that happen?
you
Xavier?
gotta go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Tall Tale Network.
You got to give.
You got
Gotta give.
you gotta give. No, we'd love to if you guys would want to join up our Patreon and check out some behind the scenes and content bloopers.
Oh, yeah. Corey's
funny
been
stuff.
uploading more than ever some stuff over there. Some
Some
bloopers
raw.
from us, some just
Yeah.
raw recordings that
Raw
are, we
recordings.
find them personally hilarious.
We are active on Patreon. There's stuff almost
Yeah.
every week there for you.
Yeah, please come check it out. And if you feel like it, throw us a couple bucks.
Yeah.
That'd
You
be
don't even
awesome.
have to give us money at
No.
Patreon. We just found this out. You can just subscribe
You
to our
just
Patreon.
subscribe.
yeah, for free.
Yeah.
So
You
the
get,
stuff's
you get
visible,
content
some
there
stuff's
every
not.
month.
It's perfect. So just come on down.
Yeah. Come on down. Check it out.
Check it out. But with that, everyone, we'll tell you later.
Corey, insert a bunch of gun sounds. Like,